Okay, good evening. It's Tuesday night tonight. Been working on this Hater Harrier 41, and just serviced it for the gentleman. And you can see I've been using my hoist to pick it up and down, made life so much easier. However, I had a bit of a problem, as always, when I brought it up on the hoist and let it down again, and 40 it managed to tip over, and it's caught the rear chute. Now, I'm not sure you can see this. I'll try and get in close. It's managed to crack it. So I've filled it in, or tried to fix it with super glue. And it seems to have held. It's not very pretty, but hey, whatever, it's not the problem. However, I didn't think it was particularly strong. So, here's a picture of the inside. I've cleaned it all up, as you can see. There you can see there's a crack. The super glue has penetrated through. But what I thought I'd do is to use the hot melt staples. So I went out and bought myself a gun. So here's the gun I bought. It's a plastic welding gun, turned up today. As you can see, all brand new, very, very pretty. And it basically works like a soldering iron with these little tiny staples. There they are there, so you can see them. And the idea is you put the staple in the end, heats up rapidly, melts into the plastic, and therefore makes a strong bolt. So let's see how I get on. It could be an absolute disaster, but we'll see how I get on with it. See you in a minute. Okay, so here's the gun. Here's the clips. And from what I understand, you pop them into the end, like so. This is how I understand it, like so. And then it heats up, and it heats up very, very quickly, apparently. Now, I was working out, do I go across or do I go along? And looking at it, I would think I definitely have to go across. So what I'm going to do is try the first one, and then we'll see how we go. I think the light comes on. So I'm going to hold it in place. Light comes on. Well, it would do if it was turned on. 2 seconds. Oh dear, dear, dear. So I'll hold it in place, light comes on, heats up very quickly, and then we'll see how we get on with it now. Well, that worked extremely well. Hasn't come through. Nope. So let's give it another go. Let's try if I can try and stitch it all the way along. Now I'm told it doesn't get hot. No, it doesn't actually. That's quite amazing. So, and apparently when you take them out, you do a slight twist. So let's put one here. And by twisting it, stops it go. That one, that's not yet gone off. That one has. So there's a bit of trial and error, I think, on how well this performs. It's more to do operator error, I believe. Try again. Yeah. Tend to wobble around a bit, I've noticed. I think I might not be going in deep enough. I hope I don't ruin this machine. Didn't work very well, did it? Yeah, definitely operator error there. Try again. Yeah, that's the way. So, I mean, obviously you don't want to see me do them all. And I do think I need a bit more practice with it, to be fair. But you can see the idea. It will stitch and then hold. These then are then cut off with the pincers. They give you a pair of side cutters just to cut the ends off. So I think it's quite successful, actually. And of course, now with that bar across, it's actually melted into plastic. There's no reason why that would let go. So all in all, I would say that 80% success rate, operator error, will need to be improved. Operator training will be required, I believe. But anyway, we'll see. We go from there. Okay, all done. Now, I'm the first to admit this is not the prettiest of jobs. I've gone as close as I possibly can. In fact, I have gone far too deep with it, and it does do a bit of a pickle. However, it won't break. If I turn it over the other way, you can see this is where I went from the inside. Yes, I can see it's not the very best of jobs, but hey, it saves the flap from breaking and all that. What I will do is I will see if I can grind off some of these sharp edges. The clips or the pliers that came with them were about as much use as a chocolate fire guard. Quite frankly, they were not good. So I used a pair of Nipex. What I'm going to do is I say grind off these sharp edges, and then over on this side I will probably just again make it look a bit pretty and give it a coat of paint, spray paint. So there we go. Job's a good one. So there we are. Relatively successful, I think. Definitely a lot to learn. It's not as straightforward as you think it would be very easy. You're just melting a very small staple into a piece of plastic. And yeah, it is basically very simple. However, I went too deep most of the time, not really realizing it's very difficult actually to work out just how deep to go. Some of the stuff I've seen on YouTube says go down till the staple just disappears and the plastic bubbles up, and then you've gone deep enough. But I mean, I think that's a fine line there, because I mean, obviously this plastic on these mowers is it's certainly not 5, 6, 7 mil thick. You know, it's a lot thinner than that. However, it's fixed it. However, it's quite a strong fix. It's not the prettiest of things to look at, but it does save the part. Now, I could have easily gone off and bought the customer a new flap on the back, but what's the point? It's a flap, for God's sake. Once you've picked it up, put the grass box on, you don't have to worry about it. The job's done. So I will explain that to him, and I have resprayed it now, and it looks, you know, a lot better than what it was. Just use a bit of all the black satin finish spray paint, and I've put some tape over the sharp edges on the inside. So I tried grinding them off, and it was virtually impossible without going into the plastic. So that's that really. Will I use it again? Almost certainly I will. And will it be useful? It will be very useful. It wasn't particularly expensive, about £25 I think, so whatever. And I think the staples themselves are quite easy to come by. I think they sell them on eBay and stuff. I will just check out the dimensions on the wire gauge. It's quite small, quite a very small gauge. The pliers that they come with the kit to cut off the tags as totally useless, but as much as a chocolate fire guard. I use a pair of Nipex snips, and they work wonderful. You gotta be careful, Mike, because they start flying everywhere. I was aware once or twice they fly up hitting your face, so thank God wear glasses, or even a full face mask, which we all should do. And I know that we're not the world's worst, I think, in the small engine community about health and safety. It only takes one mistake, and then we're all, you're in trouble. So that's that really for this one. What else has been going on? Well, obviously we just had Valentine's night. Mrs. H went out last night. We had a lovely meal in our local pub. It really was actually a very, very good meal. The place was absolutely humming. It was rammed. It was nice to see it, because up till fairly recently it had been run down by people who had no interest in it. and then the party went on afterwards. Annie and I didn't stay, to be honest with you, because perhaps it's a sign of getting old. I don't know. We used to be always there to the last. But we thoroughly enjoyed it. And so I would say, if anyone's down here in sunny Wiltshire, down in the southern part of Wiltshire, near Salisbury, that's where we live, if you get the opportunity, pop into the Black Horse at Herdcock. If you find it on, you'll find it on the website. It's our pub. It's a lovely place, nice people. A new landlady who are really very nice people. So we support them. It'll be good to see if you're going to turn up. Give me a bell on eBay or whatever, or email, I should say. And we'd love to see you. Anybody there, come down and have a chat. You can even buy me a pint. Incidentally, don't forget that my my Amazon wish list, which is a wish list is probably the right word actually. I wish. I'm stuck on I think it's 284 subscribers. For some reason, I don't think I'll be able to get going. Perhaps it's because I talk nonsense anyway. Who knows? I guess I shall be into the 10,000 fairly soon. But I really don't. That's not what I'm here for, really. I mean, if I stop enjoying myself, I'll stop doing it anyway. I know. Talking of which, we did the Saturday night stream, and we started at 7 on the dot. Those of you who watched it, and finished about 2 hours and 10 minutes later. 2 hours is my limit. And I'm sorry, apparently Ken Small Engines couldn't get on. We missed him for some reason, and he is one of our regular panel, and we value him. Very, very clever man, and if ever you want to find out a part number or whatever, he is your man. And of course, Bruce came on, and he had to go off on one of his beach walks, came back, and by which time we'd finished. Which is a great shame, but 2 hours is enough for me, quite honestly. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I look forward to, next Saturday when you come along, if you come along, have a chat. And I've made the statement, I will not have any bullying. I won't have any bad language, obviously, but no bullying. And if people come up and do that nonsense, they'll be gone. Absolutely, they're out of it. We're not here to do that. Because there's some very, very nice people on there. Apart from that, really, not a great deal has been going on this week. It's been awful weather. I mean, the garden is absolutely soaked. I've managed to fix a small mount field. Anne's going to use to cut the long grass, rather than using her mower that I've just serviced and rebuilt. Although really, it should be trimmed off first. But we'll see how we go with that one. So there we go. Here we are. It's Tuesday night. It's my clock is saying it's 9:30ish. So yeah, 9:30. I will put this out tomorrow, Wednesday, as long as I get around to edit everything, because I'm not the best at it, you probably realise. Never mind. So there we go. That's it for another week. I try to do one once a week. That's what it's been suggested. I do one video, one description or another out on a weekly basis, trying to get people to come in and have a chat. I do my very best. Anyway, that's the end of that. Hopefully see you soon on Saturday, if not before. You just take care. Bye-bye.